guys, wagwan, it's your girl Shanice, and I'm so excited to welcome you guys back to Jamaican Cuisine. If you're new, welcome, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you don't miss out on any of these amazing recipes. In this video, guys, I will show you how I made this stew beef. Wait, do you guys say stew beef or beef stew? I'm a stew beef girl, but I'm gonna show you guys how I made this delicious stew beef for Christmas. Let's just jump right into the recipe. So I went ahead and I sauteed a small red onion, and I will be using beef chuck for my beef stew recipe, but you guys can use cross-cut shanks, you know, or the fatty brisket. A lot of different cuts there are that you can actually use for your stew beef. So I'm going to follow that up by adding 3 cloves of garlic that I minced, and we're going to saute that together. I'm also going to go ahead and add around 10 cherry tomatoes that I cut in halves. I'm going to saute that together, and then we're going to also add our celery. I'm using a stalk of celery that I minced. This is optional, but I think it's gonna add additional flavor. Everyone cooks their stew beef differently, guys. This is my recipe. Please feel free to switch it up. After around a minute or two, I'm gonna go ahead and add the beef. I want them to get some color before we actually start cooking them, so I would say, you know, toss them around the pan for around 3 minutes until they get some color. We don't want to overcook them right here. Now I am going to go ahead and add some seasonings to my beef before I actually add the liquid. I'm going to go in with around 2 teaspoons of adobo all-purpose seasonings. I'm also going to add some cayenne pepper, around ½ teaspoon, I would say. I'm also going to add around ½ teaspoon of black garlic seasoning. I also added a teaspoon of oxtail seasoning, which is optional. So we're going to give that a good little mix. You want to get everything that's sticking at the bottom mixed in. I added 2 cups of hot water, and now I'm going to add ½ cup of some red wine, which is optional, but trust me, it's going to add lots of flavor. I used Pinot Noir, but you can use whatever red wine you want to use. So I'm gonna bring all this goodness to a boil, and while it's about to start boiling, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and add my herbs and, you know, my little finishing touches before I start cooking it. So I went in with around 5 stalks of thyme, 2 stalks of scallion, and also a large carrot. So we're gonna mix that in, guys, bring it to a boil, and then we're gonna cover it and allow it to simmer for around 2 hours, checking it occasionally. And of course, if your liquid is reduced before your meat is cooked, you can go ahead and add a cup more of your liquid, whether it be hot water or beef stock or even wine. Okay, guys, so this is how we're looking, and this is 1.5 hours in, not 2 hours. I'm gonna go ahead and add a large potato, and then we're gonna cook it for an additional 30 minutes. Guys, at this point you can add some more seasonings because we lost most of the flavor due to the amount of liquid we've been adding. So you can add a little bit of salt, some more pepper, you know, season to your liking. But I'm just going in with a tablespoon of ketchup, or you can use tomato paste, and I'm just gonna mix that in and allow it to simmer on low. We're basically finished at this point. I mean, your beef might take a longer time depending on how tender it is, or even a shorter time, but this is how we're looking, guys. And if your sauce is not as thick as you want it to be, you can just make a cornstarch slurry, just a little bit of cornstarch with some water, and you can add it gradually while your meat is still on a low flame. You know, mix it in while you're adding it as well. If you guys enjoy this video, go ahead and hit that like button, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. I hope your stew beef came out delicious. Feel free to ask me anything in the comments section. Thank you guys so much for watching. Walk good, stay safe. Until next time.